Okay, welcome back to The Long Dark. We're back at the gas station here. I picked up some things in between episodes. One thing I just wanted to show is if you guys need to get some bandages, which are helpful if you get hunted down by the wolves or fall off a cliff. Just grab any piece of cloth that you happen to have in your inventory and you hit harvest. I'm going to spend a quick moment repairing this guy. Just for later. I've repaired a ton of clothing, changed up all the clothing I had that to stuff that was better, and emptied out my inventory quite a bit. You guys can take a look through it there if you want. I've got some food still. Big ol' salmon. And dropped off a whole bunch of water. Basically, the reason we're back at this gas station is because it's the closest place to the exit in this area. So I've just dropped my stuff in this container for now. Until I find more and bring it back, because I am a hoarder in games like these. Oh good, a blizzard. Well, at least, as you can see, we're not losing anything from the bottom left temperature gauge at the moment. Just our tiredness, which I totally forgot about. Fatigue, not tiredness, but... Something I do actually want to grab out is a flare, just in case we encounter any wolves. They don't like the flares. Haven't found a gun. Oh, look, a wolf. Great. Yeah, so they'll kind of stop, and sometimes if you throw the thing at them, they'll just run away. Sometimes they'll just run right back at you, and it really doesn't help anyone. And then they try to eat you, and you have to hit them with something, and it's not fun. So I'm continuing my search for some more tools here. I haven't searched too many of the houses. I searched a tool shed and 2 regular houses, and didn't find anything super useful other than clothing, really. Flares in a car, you know, safe. Sometimes there's stuff in the back of pickup trucks, not this one. Okay. So the bank we'll check out later. One place I usually like to go when we're in Milton, which is this town here. I have a map, but I don't actually have a map. Do I have a map? Am I? If this is Milton, I'm like right here right now. This is a farm down here I'm gonna go to. Because it has a good chance of having a hatchet, knife, or gun, usually. And I could really use any of those things right now. I'd love a hatchet. A knife would be very helpful as well. Guns are good, but they don't cut wood, so. It's too fucking noisy for me right now. There's no jump button in this game, which is somewhat annoying. And yes, eventually this flare will burn out. I hear another wolf. Hey, how you doing? Say hello to my red friend. And go away. Yeah, they'll run off in the distance. They don't disappear. They'll turn around and come back. If you follow them. Couldn't figure out what that was. It's like the top of a fence post. Okay, we got a snare. That's helpful. Cloth, don't need it. Accelerant, sure. Can I... You came back, man? This flare's gonna go out soon too, so I want to make sure it's... And you can track your own tracks and bears and wolves as well. Hacksaw, okay, that's kind of useful. Not what I was aiming for. Bullets, work gloves, I think those will be good for a little bit. which I do want some scrap metal because I have some tools that I can use. Both of these empty. There's a scrap metal one. Nope. So yeah, scrap metal will allow you to repair some of the tools that you happen to have. Ooh, hell yes. And the key. Perfect. Didn't know the key could even be there. This flare is lasting a really long time. I want to go around behind the house as well, but I don't want to run over the flare. Oh, there's a wolf waiting for me, so... we'll just hang out in here for now. Okay. Time to loot everything. Ooh, climbing socks, yes. Best socks. Could grab some water from there, but I don't really need it. I don't think I need that either. Generally, I'll pick up clothing just to break it down so that I have it as the cloth, but right now I think everything I've got is 100%, so it's not super necessary. There's more of the stump remover there, but I'm not going to bother with that for this challenge. I think that might actually be better than this what I've currently got on. It's a weird one. It's one that I've only seen like 2 times, I think, in the game. I think the toque I have on is better than this, but I'll take it for now and take a look. I thought that broom was a rifle. I was very excited. Flare's gone out, finally. Peace and quiet.
This stuff will come in handy.
Grab the book just because it's easy fire starting fuel. Down in here. The art style of this game is rather simple. It's like its own kind of style. I don't know what this style is called. It's got like a name, I'm sure. I'm just not familiar with it. A lot of bullets, no guns. It's a very common problem in this game. Shit. Okay. Something I should mention is, so far, there are never any other human beings in this game, like, at least in your survival mode, it's all single player. The game in general is all single player, there's no cooperative. I kind of wish there was, cooperative, like, without a map, like you didn't know where the other person is. I mean, you can just tell them where they are, but it's up to you, kind of ruins the fun. A lot of people complain that that ruins the experience, but I don't know how that ruins the experience for you if you just don't play that mode. So that's always an option. I personally would love to have like a you will start somewhere in the world. Could be a completely different fucking place. But you can find each other, you can work together, etc. Of course the fast forwarding time thing would have to work in such a way that like it does in other games where everyone has to be sleeping or waiting or passing time at the same time. Well, lantern fuel. Would have loved a gun, but we got a knife, so that's a start. Still need a hatchet. Oh, it's a pipe. Searched all these right. Yes. Some objects in the game, like the toasters and the... actually, you can break down the toaster. Okay. It only takes 15 minutes, why not? Blenders you can't ever interact with. Like there are some objects that you just can't ever use. Okay, well, while we're in here, before we head out, I'm gonna grab some more food. I usually use up the meat first because it tends to go bad faster. And then I switch to whatever is the lowest quality. Of course, taking chances with lower quality food because it will give you food poisoning, which is a legit thing in this game, but you can always, you can cure it with some antibiotics, and some, like, 10 hours of sleep, I think. Which is a lie. Food poisoning can take, like, 2 to 3 days. It's not fun. Dealt with it. I also recently learned what rose hips are. They're legitimately from the rose plant, like the rose bush. A rose flower. Some species of roses grow rose hips afterwards, and you can make stuff out of them, like tea or jelly. I think I will actually need this. Oh, that's good to have. No axe. Oh. Yeah, so I think you need one climbing rope to get out of here. I could be wrong. It could be set up in such a way that you don't have to, just in case you aren't able to find one. But there are cliffs that you can climb down, but you can only do it with a climbing rope. You can climb up as well. It just takes more effort to climb up. Makes sense. I think I heard a wolf, but I wasn't sure if it was something in my backpack. Okay, there's a rabbit there. You can hunt rabbits. You can hunt rabbits with a weapon if you want, or you can chuck a rock at them, which is hard as hell, but doable. Oh, he got a rabbit. No, that'll keep him busy if I get out of here. Okay. So I only know where I'm going right now because I've... Settle down. Because I've played through this section many times. Just kind of want to follow fences and roads when you can see them, because they are covered with a lot of snow. Okay, as for no other humans in the game, there are like NPCs when you play the single player. The campaign. You will come across other characters, and one of my favorite little fun facts about this is the 2 voice actors who did the game are Mark, I can't remember his name, and the other person whose name I can't remember, who I'm going to have to look up right now. Yeah, okay, so the fun little fact here is that the voice actors for the 2 main characters in this game, Astrid and Mackenzie, are the voice actors for Commander Shepard in Mass Effect, both male and female, because Astrid is played by Jennifer Hale, and the character that I'm playing right now has the same voice, so that's, you'll hear Fem Shep's voice, and male Shep is Mark Muir, who plays Mackenzie. So I thought that was super cool when I first grabbed this game. I noticed that right away. I was like, sounds like Commander Shepard. It sounds like I'm being talked to by both Commander Shepards. I'm just listening to both of them talk. Okay, so let's check out the bank. So the bank doesn't usually have any major stuff. There is a little single-player mission you can do in here where you unlock all the lockboxes and get some helpful things. But in survival, I don't think there's going to be anything super useful in here. I might be lucky to find a tool that I need. I don't know.
Nobody needs this anymore.
I'm being a bit restrictive with my inventory right now, just because I do kind of know that I need to keep moving along and don't need to stockpile a ton of shit, because I just have to keep moving to each area. I mean, it's still helpful to, like, know what kind of things you're going to need in the future, like pick up a couple extra things just in case you end up using them before you expect to. And sometimes I'll keep, like, I usually will keep, like, 1 extra set of clothing at whatever place I've made into my home temporarily, just because if you get attacked by wolves, sometimes it can get ripped and destroyed. That hook there can go on a line that I picked up in between episodes, and then we'll have a fishing line. I actually found a second pry bar as well. So I have a second one. It's one of the only things in the game that you can't, like, repair. One of the only tools that you can't repair. Don't get those. Coffee. So you can drink coffee and it'll give you like a fatigue boost temporarily. If you heat it up and then drink it, it will also give you a warming boost, so it's a good thing to drink before you head out. Okay, so you can crack these codes. They won't be the same every time, but if you just go like 1 or 2 notches at a time, you'll hear it when it clicks open. Any second now. Oh, okay. The first one was like 10 or 11. And then 45. I usually go 2 at a time. For the longest time, I was like, what are these save codes? Like, how do I find the save codes? And like, one of them you do find in the campaign, but in general, you're supposed to just like crack them like this, like listen for the tumblers turning over like that. And sometimes they have good stuff inside of them. That's helpful. Those are good. Not an axe, but I'll take it for now. Don't know why I accidentally took that spray paint. Doubt this will have anything good in it. Yeah, don't need that.
I think I can use this.
So there is, you can use cash as a tinder, actually. Oh, I can search these. Most of them have money and or paper in them, but sometimes they'll have little helpful things. Must be an important book.
Oh, this stuff.
Flare shell's good. It's been quite a while since I found a flare gun in survival, actually. I have not found one for a while. It's another tool, actually, that you can't repair is the flare gun. It is made out of plastic, so it kind of makes sense. Okay, that's what we got there.
This will come in handy.
What's that? Okay. Don't know if I've ever noticed that box there before. You can actually break down cardboard boxes into tinder plugs. It'll take 7 minutes. Why not? Okay, well, that's all I could get out of the bank. Wasn't really super helpful. Got the MRE, which is good. That's a useful little food item for a little bit.
I'm too tired to think.
When you run out of fatigue, your jogging, running meter, sprint meter won't regenerate, and you start to have a reduced carrying capacity. It's the red indication there. But that's okay, because I'm going to go sleep over in this house, because this is the first house we started in, and I never explored it.
It's getting dark out here. I'm looking for shelter.
Why am I cold now? Is it windy? Okay. Okay, so just kind of did a quick search of this house before we left the first time, so I'm going to go through it a bit more carefully in between episodes here and loot some more stuff. I'm going to reduce my inventory if I can by eating things and repairing things, switching up my clothing a little bit from whatever I picked up today. And I'll probably repair my knife as well. I don't think you actually need light to repair your knife, which is useful. It's not super, like, needing all this food right now, but I might need it before I get out of here. Although I may just head out of here in the next episode. I might search through some more houses, and the only thing I'm really looking for here now would be a weapon, but it's probably unlikely. So I'll probably just end up heading out in the next episode. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. I will see you next time with a little bit more of the Long Dark, and from there we'll see if you guys like it or not. There's a cooking pot here. These are wonderful. You can make some fresh water in them. Boil that water. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.